Welcome to Made for More podcast, where faith and personal growth converge. I'm Julia, and I'm honored to guide you on a journey of empowerment and transformation alongside our occasional co-host, Omar. We are passionate believers and advocates for unlocking your God-given full potential. Join us as we explore the intersection of faith, life, business, and relationships, igniting a fire within to embrace the truth that your life is destined for greatness. Together, we'll uncover strategies, insights, and stories that inspire and equip you to become the best version of yourself. Get ready to embark on a fulfilling quest towards personal and professional fulfillment, guided by faith and the unwavering belief that you, my friend, are made for more. Hey, you guys. So it is Julia's Keeping It Real, and today we are going to start off with some pointers on how to do it all. I just have to first start off by being so grateful and say thank you to a lot of you who just, honestly, I had a lot of outpour of love yesterday. I was very surprised by how much my live seemed to help people in their business or just in life in general. And then me planning this series wasn't really even supposed to be a thing, but it was birthed through comments and messages. And I don't know, I just hope that maybe something I say, these are things that I literally do all the time, but hopefully something that I say will resonate with you. Maybe it's something that you can add to your toolbox, or maybe you forgot and you need the reminder. So that's what it's all about today. I will break this up into a couple of parts to keep it short and sweet for replay watchers. So today I'm just going to kind of give you some pointers. All right. So the first thing is on how to do it all is you have to develop a game plan, which I feel like y'all know that, right? You've heard that before. But you need to think about your why and your vision and your purpose and what you're trying to accomplish. My game plan is honestly right in front of my face, like literally every day. I have my vision board and I see it. So it's always a reminder of what my career goals are, what my relationship goals are, what my financial goals are, what my health goals are, what my goals are to be a good person just in general, right? So I think it's important to have that overview game plan, but then it's also important to have your steps and action plan on how you're going to get there. I'm going to say something that's actually not popular belief. A lot of people ask for people to where do you want to be at the end of the month? Where do you want to be in a year from now? What's your goal in a year? What's your goal in a month, right? And that's not bad, because I'm not going to say that I don't have those kinds of goals, but they don't matter. Because when you get to where you want to be in life, were you worried about oh, I hit the top of a rank, but I hit it in a year instead of 5 months in? You're not worried about that. You hit your goal. For people that go and get a college degree, they're not worried that they got it at 33 or 50, right? They are happy that they reached their goal, even if they didn't do it at 22. So I think it's so much more important to not even think about the win. Who cares when your goal happens, as long as it happens? So spend more time working on the what your goal is, and the how, the action steps on how to get there. So oftentimes I don't even really ask my team, what are your goals for the month? I more so say, I want you to focus, okay, that's your what, right? But how are you going to get there? And that is the key. That's the key to life. That's the key to just anything in general. For giving you an example, being an assistant principal, I didn't say, it's in 2019, I want to be an assistant principal. I knew I would get here eventually. In fact, I got here sooner than I thought. So and my original thought was, 10 years after my degree. Well, I did it 5 years after my degree, because I continued to do things and continued to work on myself and growing to the point where people were like, hey, I think it's time for you to be an assistant principal. Whether you think it's time or not, it's time for you to level up to that promotion. So don't get so fixated on the win. Focus on the steps. I truly want you today, whatever that is, I want you to if your goal is a career promotion, if your goal is to lose 50 pounds, if your goal is to, I don't know, it's something else, graduate with a master's degree, whatever your goal is, I want you to come up with 5 or 10 action steps that it's going to take for you to get there. Okay. You can even just free think, what are all the things it's going to require? And then you can worry about organizing that and prioritizing that later. Okay. Next thing after game plan, can y'all drop game plan below? Number one tip for today is game plan. Create a game plan. Okay, somebody drop that for me, please. Thank you. Number two is preparation. I think a lot of us know that success, you have to prepare for things, but I don't think some people realize how much I prepare for things in my life. So for instance, in my boutique group, I do some like random posts here and there, but a lot of the times in my, well, I say boutique groups, but my customer group, a lot of those posts are scheduled. I prepare for them. I plan them, right? And so even in my health journey, when I lost 49 pounds, even though, yes, I've gained some of them back, but thank goodness, not every single one. And so I'm getting back into the swing of getting back that 15 off. So it took preparation. It took meal prep, right? So if you want to lose weight or you want to maximize your time and you don't want to have to cook meals all the time. I personally don't love leftovers, but I found certain meals that I know I can reheat and it won't bother me. So I meal prep. My friend once asked me, why do you still meal prep when you're home? You're working from home. And I was like, because I know if I meal prep a healthy meal, I have no excuse not to eat it. I have no excuse not say, okay, I gotta still make it, right? It's right there, it's ready. So when you prepare your life, you have no excuse not to do it. So a couple of things that help are alerts. So let's get back to business. You could do this for business. You can do this for drinking all your water. You could do this for when you're trying to eat certain meals. Literally on your phone, I would have your alert go off. So when I'm trying to drink a certain amount of 100 ounces of water, I have it in my phone, alarm go off. By noon, I should be halfway done with my water. So that's a trigger, right? I prepared for that. I prepared that alarm for that. So that's a trigger for me to know, oh gosh, I'm behind on my water. I need to drink my water. If you are not on Google Calendar, you are missing out. Google Calendar is a game changer. I've been using Google Calendar now consistently for 2 years. And everything's on my Google Calendar. I'm way too busy to not just have everything in one spot, and that way I can pull it up on my phone. And so at work, I literally had every period, class periods scheduled out, every hour scheduled out. After work for business, I had that stuff scheduled out. So if you have it scheduled, you're more likely to do it. And I don't just mean on a piece of paper, right? Because if you have something on a piece of paper scheduled out, or you have a to-do list and you still are on this video looking for tips, that means that little piece of paper isn't doing anything for you, and you need to go ahead and level up to the next thing and get on some type of electronic device to alert you or to notify you. It's 2020. Use these resources while we have them. They're right there in front of you to use, right? So I love the saying, if you want something in life that you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. So if you want to have it all, you want to do something else, you want to be successful, you want to level up, you want to have a promotion, you want to grow your business, whatever, you want to learn how to organize your home, you want to be the best mom, whatever it is, you're going to have to schedule that. You're going to have to prepare for that. So during this quarantine when it started, I wanted to reorganize my home. And I think an organized space is important. And we'll get into that in another live. But I schedule that time in my day to reorganize every room, right? So these are just little things that you can do. Use Google Calendar. Go play with it today if you haven't yet. You can literally set something up and then schedule it to notify you. So my phone, every hour, I have just different things going off to help me be successful. It's kind of like training wheels, if you will. Somebody asked me yesterday, I need tips on how to be organized and how to stick to things, okay? And so he was like, how do you do it? Are you just disciplined? Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm very disciplined. I'm a very determined person. When I want something, when I'm laser focused on something, some of y'all know me. Some of y'all know how I am. When I'm laser focused on something, I'm very determined and very disciplined. But even still, I need the schedules. I need the prep. I need to, get the notifications. I need to have a game plan. Because that is your training wheels to help you be disciplined. Okay. All right. So I hope y'all drop that down. Number 2 is preparation. All right. So number 3, this is one of my favorites. This one is fall in love with habits. So somebody drop that down below. Number 3. Hey, Peggy. Hey, Lisa. I'm trying to go quick, so I'm not saying hi to everybody. Hey, Megan. I'm sorry, Macy. Hey, Magenta. Hey, Jana. So number 3, fall in love with habits. Do I love eating kale? No. Do I love drinking water? Do I love following up with people in my business? No. But I love the results of it, right? So spend more time not thinking about the what. This kind of goes back to your game plan. Don't think about the what it is. Think about the how and the process and the results it brings. So I will guzzle some water because you know what? I know it gives me energy. I know it gives me good, clear skin. I know it helps me lose weight. I know it helps me feel good. So I'm in love with that habit because I know the results. I'm in love now because I have a better follow-up system, but I'm in love now with follow-up because I know the results it brings. When I followed up with 28 people in 3 minutes and I got $100 in sales in that hour, I'm like, oh, I like that result. Oh, I like this habit of following up, right? So I don't care what it is that you don't like. Don't think about you not liking it. Think about the habit it brings and the consistency it brings in order for you to do the things that you want to do and get in life. All right. Number 4. I said number 3 was my favorite, but honestly, I think number 4 might be my favorite because it took me a while to get here. So number 4, say no and sacrifice. So drop that down for me. Say no and sacrifice. I remember for years of my life feeling like I could like literally cry because it took a lot of growth to get to this place. Like I'm not going to be a good friend if I'm not there for everybody's thing. Right? And I know a lot of people feel like you have a lot of friends, but I have a lot of friends and I have a lot of people I try to keep up with, right? You have your high school friends, I have my sorority sisters, I have my college friends, I have my work friends, I have people in life that you just meet along the way, and you're just trying to keep up with everything and everybody. But I said no to baby showers. I said no to some wedding showers. I said no to a birthday dinner. I say no to happy hour. Sometimes you have to say no to others and to other things in order to say yes to you. That's important. You have to say, if you're wanting it all, you want to accomplish that goal, you want to be the best at all these things, then you're going to have to say no sometimes. And it's hard, especially if you're a pleaser. I'm totally a pleaser. It's in my like DNA and my characteristics, if it's like, you want to say like, oh, you're an Aries, whatever, but I'm a very loyal person and I like to please people. It's a way that I love to love, but I have to also realize I have to love myself. And those things will continue to happen in life. I can be there next time, but at this time it's about me and I have to sacrifice that and I have to say no to this. So I can say yes to personal development, say yes to my team, or say yes to just myself to fill myself up, or whatever else, like another thing you might be trying to accomplish, right? And so the next part of that is the sacrifice. Y'all, I used to love TV and movies. Like, blame it on my dad. He raised me to love watching shows, series, movies, what have you not. And for the last couple of years, I literally watch probably 7 hours of TV in a week. I don't watch it. Nothing's on right now. I go my whole day without the TV on. I might turn it on right before I go to bed and watch 30 minutes of something, maybe an hour. Now that summer, I watch a little bit more. Every now and then I'll let me go binge watch 3 or 4 hours of something to like recharge, rest my mind. So I sacrifice that because what do I do instead? While I'm working or while I'm doing my dishes, I'm personally developing. I'm listening to some podcasts. I'm doing something spiritually to grow in my relationship with God. I'm working on me. And because I have fallen in love with the habit, and because I've seen the results, I've seen my growth. I've noticed the difference in myself from a year or two ago than I am today. Because I'm in love with these results, it makes me want to sacrifice TV more. Y'all, who are these people that we're so wrapped around listening to anyway? Like, I used to know, like, watch every Real Housewife there is, every city, the Kardashians, everything on E. Why am I so wrapped up in their life instead of living my own life? Making my own dreams a reality, or just being happy and finding my best version of myself instead of wrapped up in their drama. It doesn't serve me. So I literally now will watch it every now and then. And so now, if you spend more time saying no, and if you spend more time doing sacrifices, the times you do say yes, y'all, it is so much sweeter. It is so rewarding. When I watch TV now, it's a gift. It's like Julia, you worked hard, or you've been working on growing yourself, or you have been, you know, busy trying to see your friends again because it's been so long, or whatever. It's a gift to watch TV now, and it's more enjoyable. It's a gift to go and see my friends now because I don't see them all the time. It's a gift to hang out with my family because I might have said no the night before because I had business stuff to do. Or it's a gift because whatever your thing is, you will enjoy it so much more because you're going to feel like you worked for it. You're going to know that this isn't something that comes around all the time. So enjoy that. So my dad and I, we have dad-daughter nights. Usually every week I try to schedule that in. And that is a time that I truly enjoy because I know I had to work to give myself that time to say, okay, I'm not going to work on these things right now because I'm going to enjoy this time with my dad, right? So that's probably my favorite one. The last one, short and sweet, it's number 5. So drop a 5 below, get up an hour early, rise and shine. So I was actually, speaking of wanting to grow and develop all the time, I was listening to either a podcast or a YouTube video, and this person was talking about what successful people do. People that are like millionaires, 6-figure earners, or just like maybe they've written books, like whatever, like they're just known to be successful. And they do things that a lot of people don't know, or they personally don't know that that's why they're successful. They just do it, right? And one of those things when they were polled was that they all get up at like 5 a.m. Some would get up at 4 a.m., 6, whatever. But they all would get up early. And so somebody noticed that that's an interesting pattern. And why do you think that is? If you get up early, you're already beating the rush. You're beating the curve. I know for myself, when I would go into work, I like to get into work an hour early if I can, a lot of days, because then I get there before the teachers, I get there before students, I get there before everyone else's stuff comes up, and I'm able to get things done. There's some days if I get there an hour and a half early, I've already accomplished half the things on my to-do list before the school bell rings. And that, y'all, that's an accomplishment. I'm telling you right now, for an assistant principal with a million things that can go on in a school day, when you get half your list done before the bell rings, it's incredible. And so I was talking to a friend today. She called me when I was doing my makeup, and she's like, we were talking about what time I got up, and I was like 7 o'clock. Like, gotta rise and shine and get things done. Take that time to do your meditation, do your prayer, do your devotional, get your to-do list done. To start figuring out what those things that you need to get done before the day gets to you. And it's really interesting that they go and talk about like energy, which it's a whole nother video, but how they're just basically saying when everyone else is pretty much asleep, there's just more energy for you to be able to consume because you're just not worried about everybody else like in your face. So I think that's a really cool one too. So that is it for today. I will be back because this was just the beginning. I think it's important to talk about how to get organized. It's important to talk about specific routines. It's important to talk about I don't want to even tell you one of them, so you'll just have to wait for that one because it's probably gonna be my favorite one. And then mindset. So those are the ones that are coming with more detail. But I hope you found this helpful. If you did, drop a flame below. And as always, choose love. Love doesn't care what you look like. Love isn't about your sex, weight, or age. Doesn't matter if you're white, black, brown, or beige. Love on everybody. I love you. See you next time.